What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
So this is where you live, huh? In the Fade?
Yeah, it's cozy, and the gods can't find us here.
Right. Never going to get used to that.
We'll find you in a sauna, nice. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Treviso and Minrathis are both under attack.
Wait, what?
Blighted dragons. 2 of them. 1 for each city.
Damn it. So the dragon at Demeter's Crossing wasn't the only one.
You got back just in time.
What do we know?
All right, what do we know?
2 dragons at once has to be the gods behind it.
No, yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Harding.
Treviso's a merchant city. It has no defenses, and the canals run everywhere. If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people. My people. They either die right away from the dragon, or slowly after, from blight in the water. We need to go to Treviso.
And leave Minrathis to burn?
Nev.
The shadow dragons will fight, right to the end of it. But we're the only ones keeping the Venatori in check. And if we fail, the Venatori will take advantage. They'll make a push for the throne, and hand the gods the entire Tevinter Empire.
Ooh, this is interesting. What kinds of dragons are they? I guess?
Is there any chance we can...
Damn it! There's no time! I need to go home. I need to be in Minrathis.
And I must go to Treviso. Go where you feel you must, Rook. We cannot wait.
What's our move, Rook?
Oh, gosh. All right. Ooh, this is pretty good. This is a good choice. So essentially, a bunch of innocent people die in Treviso. This is what the game has presented to me. Or the government gets taken over in the Tevinter Imperium. The Venatori get it, and then it becomes a police. It becomes worse. Let's analyze this first from that decision, and then we can critique things. First, they picked the two best characters so far of which one we want to help. Neve, who's not an idiot, and Lucanus, who is an edgy boy. He's not an edgelord. He's actually a quite sophisticated person for someone who's been locked up and been chained, and he should be a lot more angsty, honestly. That's a disconnect from his narrative. He also has like a demon inside of him that's all abomination-y. Anyway, there's lots going on with him. I like him because he detonates my ability, and then we just get things killed. That's the nice thing about him. Treviso doesn't have a standing army, but they have the Antom. The Antom aren't going to be sitting around and hunting the Okay, they're not going to be sitting around and hunting the dragons. But if they do, it's going to blight the water, it's going to blight the city, and there's going to be a lot of people that die. That's fair. This is also not a very emotional take from Neve and Lucanus, which I don't really appreciate them. But sure, whatever. We're not even an organization. We're not the Inquisition, so they can just kind of do whatever they want. Now, so Treviso is probably going to get hit, and it's going to get hit hard, and it's going to be bad. Not a great thing. If Minrathis gets hit, they have the Magisters and the Imperium that would be fighting against it. It's not just the Shadow Dragons that are going to be fighting the Blighted Dragon. That's where the game lost me a little bit. In terms of rewards, the Shadow Dragons are the ones that I want to be better with, because that's where my hat gives me more abilities. But I can find other hats. The Venatori already kind of they kind of bribe and everyone there. So, and I know from a game like perspective, probably nothing's going to change. There's still going to be more blight in both cities. Well, Treviso has the Butcher, and the Butcher is gonna fight. They're gonna fight the drag. They both have two groups that are gonna fight it. It's not just the crows, and it's not, and especially not the shadow dragons. They have a whole bunch of slave revolts, but they're not gonna be the front lines of the thing. That's what it comes down to. I like the city of Treviso better, and I think it makes a better case and a better argument. I don't like. I like the city of Minrathous better. No, I like Treviso the city better. I like the intrigue. I like the Antom. I like the Butcher. The Venatori are recycled from a previous Dragon Age, and they're so underdeveloped here right now. But I like the Viper. Matthew Mercer's voice brings a lot to that character. I could care less about Tarquin, but now I know his name. But I could care less about any of the crows. I really don't want this to all come to a hat and its ability score with me. I really don't. I don't see why we couldn't just split up our party. We could just send with Neve. We could send our new Grey Warden guy because he has a shield, and I don't know, Scout Harding, and then I can just go with someone else with Treviso. I don't remember my party. Oh, Balara? Oh gosh. No, we'll send her to Minrathous, and then I would go with Harding. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, there's 2 parties of 3 each, but they really want you to make the decision. They wouldn't let you ask questions about both or really get into a big dive about it. Either way, people are going to suffer. Both of them have totalitarian regimes. But if we're going to overthrow the Tevinter Imperium anyway, because if the Venatori are in power, then they're going to be taken out anyway, right? So it's all. Minrathous can handle a blight better. They have troops. Help the Navy and the Shadow stop Blighted Dragon and Minrathous prevent a Venatori coup. Help the Cons protect Treviso civilians and the Blighted Dragon. I hate the crows. They're not what they used to be. We're saving civilians, though. Save civilians or stop the government from the corrupt government from being overthrown by corrupt people. It's got to be Treviso.
We help Lucanus in Treviso. We have to trust that the Shadow Dragons can take care of things in Minrathous. That said, 2 of you should join Nev there.
Thank you.
See if you can
Thank
help.
you.
And we'll head to Treviso.
Understood.
Let's all try to make it through this alive. All right?
Oh, I have to go with Davrin. Okay. Oh no, I don't have to go with Davrin. That is a awful portrait. Why did they end up on that portrait? Yeah, we're gonna go with Scout Harding because Davrin needs to be there. Sorry, Neve. I feel bad. The Viper and Neve make me want to go to Minrathous. But civilians, I can't let civilians die. This looks pretty cool, though.
Listen, the dragon! The Antam brought it here somehow.
They're fighting crows and saying the dragon will break our meaningless resistance.
What,
Bastards!
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
It's worse than I thought. How do we fight this?
We have to find Lucanus.
Please, someone has to stop it.
Did the Magisters bring in the dragon then? Oh my gosh, I fell down. But I guess that's what I was supposed to do. So the Antam are just working with the gods then. I thought the Butcher was not. I thought the Butcher was against the whole idea. Whatever. Right, everyone that's an enemy is just working for our enemies. I keep forgetting about that little fact.
I call that a win.
It's not a win when all of our enemies are working against our enemies.
Nice, Rook. Got one, got one. The city can't take any more. Look, over here.
It's Taya, from the crows.
Don't stand in the open!
Rook, you're just in time. Where the dragon attacks, the Antam soon follow.
It is strong and fast. You must get its attention, then lure it onto the ground.
We'll figure out a way.
Throw up your courage. We will need it.
I'm glad that you need to do this, and like we'll figure it out, I guess. Sure. Now please stop standing out in the middle of the open where it could just shoot you. Also, why is there blight here? Sure there is. Why not? It's dragon, right?
Despair, ignorance, mortal confusion. Yet this city offers nothing better than a pawn of the Dread Wolf.
Gillenane.
Your hatred could not stand against us ages past. He will not help you now. Give us the Dread Wolf's dagger.
Why did I have it out?
Retrieve the knife and whatever else remains of these mortals.
Oh, that was easy. Corius. Oh, hell. Hey, buddy. Hey, but. Ow. What? All right, bud. Oh, you gotta stop doing that, okay? Ooh, the purple parts that start to really good to hit. Ooh, careful. Oh.
We need to close in.
Oh yeah, no duh, Mr. Sherlock.
Just say when.
Oh, his head's purple now. Oh, knock it! Woo! Ow. Heal me up. Heal me up. I'll do it myself. Oh, gosh. Are we gonna?
Enough! We have urgent need of your strength elsewhere. Come, return to me.
It's going.
Thank goodness!
No, we're supposed to kill the thing.
You fought it off.
If Gillenane hadn't called it away,
It'll be back.
next time it dies.
That thing was tough. It'll be hard to put down for good.
What happened to Treviso would have been worse if you hadn't arrived when you did. I cannot imagine how much worse.
And now we have to go to Minrathous. There might still be time to help with their dragon.
Let's go.
Oh, it's gonna show me the consequences of my actions.
We're here. What's the situation?
Look around. I don't know where to start. Treviso's all right. Lucanus?
I asked about. How is that the funny option? Oh my gosh. Dragon got away is not the right thing to say, because that means that we could have killed the dragon here. Neve wouldn't be happy about that. We'll just go with it could have been worse.
We stopped the worst of it. Even if we couldn't kill the dragon.
The Venatori had a clear shot at the palace while we faced a dragon we could barely hurt. The Viper drew it away from a safe house and took a claw to the gut as thanks. A healer could fix the wound, but the blight's already in him.
I know of magic that may slow the corruption. That'll give me some time.
This is all you. The risen gods, the blight, the dragon. Now the city's lost to the Venatori.
Oh, no.
Oak isn't to blame. It is what it is.
Tension's a little high. You should go for now. I need to be here a while. See to things.
Lucanus, the crows were grateful that they would have blighted the canals. Additionally, the Shadow Dragons were overwhelmed, helpless as the dragon and Minrathous tore their city across. The city apart. Yeah? Okay, Lucanus' bond increase. Everyone's bond increase except for Neves. Yeah, that's fair.
Blighted dragons, darkspawn obeying the Venatori. Maybe Solus will know something.
Did I miss something here? Hardened. Neve can no longer support the party with this ability. After experiencing the Blighted Dragon, Neve is less trusting and more self-reliant. She will no longer use supportive abilities. Damaging abilities are more effective. All right. Well, then I made the right choice. I feel bad for Mr. Viper. She will no longer be nice to you because you chose. It makes sense. I'm not against it. It's just a little funny. I kind of like that idea. I don't know how I feel about her not doing support magic anymore. But I'm glad that they committed to it. I'm happy with that whole thought. Oh my goodness gracious. What a thing to have happen. Other conversations I can get to right now? Yeah, there's one for Darvin. Oh, is Neve not here? She might not be here. Oh, man. Oh. The choices that I've made.
Offer, dweller.
Ooh, boy. Oh, the things I have done. And why I have done them. Oh, he built a little thing. Good on him. Way to actually improve the look of the lighthouse by building an I don't know how he built this so quickly. Or why build this at all. There's a bunch of healing potions. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get through. Maybe that's a way I get to sneak into his little house later.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant to son.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
So let's talk about the Griffin's history.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Except they didn't, because where does the song come from?
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
Well, he's welcome here.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum, a sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
We'll find them.
Don't worry. You and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thedas. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
It's us or them.
Every life in Thedas depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
Pretty much the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
I like Davern. I'm glad that he brought a statue of an old school ogre and a Grey Warden stabbing him. He had a lot of stuff for just a bodyguard. Where did he find those bones? Why does he have more dragon bones? Why does he have the anatomy of a nug? I have more questions than answers with this guy. Poor Neve.
You know, we have more comfortable rooms and basically infinite space, so why
Why does the trained assassin prefer a quiet, unassuming spot with good choke points?
Guess you just answered that question.
Besides, I'm closer to the coffee.
You remember when the Inquisitor would talk to people, it would be more of like a thing? He would come in with confidence. Every time Rook starts a conversation, so he's always asking, so why, always starts with like a so, or like a, he's starting on a foot of confusion. And other protagonists in BioWare games have had that. I feel like he's just doing it, he's overdoing it. Let's go take a nap. Let's talk to Senor Solus. All right, bud. Talk to me.
When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elganan and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elganan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
The Antam wouldn't. I strongly disagree. I know we've talked about this. The Antam are actually a group that are a bit more separate than the main Kunari faction, but no, it doesn't. It's not well set up. So, you know what, DragonAge? No, I disagree with the Antam. Venatori, sure, because they don't have any sort of. They're a cult that should have fallen apart. They distinctively didn't fall apart. There were some Venatori remnants in Minrathous that Dorian was going to take care of. So that they're around, that makes sense. That they'll go readily to someone who will give them power, I can get behind it. They're hurting people. It's not just a promise they have real power, or it's working. It's working.
And now we've seen that power firsthand. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Antam brought to Treviso. Barely.
We were doing fine.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The Blight. Of course.
The Blight seems to be the gods' favorite tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the Blighted Dragons.
That is the fate Elganan and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Which you've already said. Knock that off? You're no better? Do I not have a positive option to talk to Solus because I was mean to him before? I would expect the game would tell me that. I'll go ahead and do this.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
Oh, we didn't know. minimized. I can be a
So
little
best
competitive.
guess. How many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
It won't be that bad. I'll worry about the liver, whatever they want. Ooh. They'll call me Rook, because that's what they do already. These two options are like, oh, I'm falling right into your plan, Solus. This is a defiance of Solus's. I'm going to do better than you.
I'm gonna stop the gods my way, without getting thousands of innocent people killed.
Confidence. Certainty that you can do better.
That's what I just said.
I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes. We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
He said I got his cooperation. But he did it in an intelligent way. Whoever wrote Solus did a fairly good job.
So
hello,
this
everyone.
elven god thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least.
Thanks, Harding.
The shadow dragons did all they could. The dragon was just too much. The moment the dust settled, the Venatori rushed in. Guess they knew it was coming. Nev's staying for now. She said she'll be back soon. But at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
Treviso could have used a dragon hunter. That much is true.
Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. We couldn't have known. We'll be ready next time.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We should not forget the second dragon in Minrathos. We ought to see what we can do to help. However, there is no telling how long Nev will be helping the Shadow Dragons with the aftermath.
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Hang on a minute. Not only have you retained the services of a demon assassin, you're also taking advice from the elven god who attempted to tear down the veil.
Spite is my problem.
That's what they always say. Rook, Lucanus is one thing, but do you really trust this Solus?
Trust is a strong word. He hasn't led us astray. Look at my grumpy face. I'm so mad that he would accuse me of something.
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right, then.
Oh my gosh.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
But Darvin doesn't have any orders. Lucanus doesn't have any orders. I don't know what to do. Oh, I guess I get to talk to them now. Is this like a hurry up and wait situation where we were just waiting for... Hurry up and waiting for everything to happen? Oh, Darvin wants to... He has a little quest for us. Nice.
Look, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could
Seriously?
use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
How to Train a Griffin. Got that. Oh, hey, man. They don't trust easily, you say. I'm just gonna give him a big fat hug. Are those cleats at like the bottom of my feet? Yeah, I think I'm wearing cleats. That's interesting. Oh, hey, look.
This place makes my...
Is Spanish an actual language in Thetis? Because he just said a Spanish word. I think they just like the way that it sounded.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from your old treasure hunter group, the Lords of Fortune.
I don't know her. She must have joined after I left.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
I have heard of this Tosh. What's happening in Ravane?
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
They were attacking Ravane when Varric recruited me from the Lords of Fortune.
So we're gonna see more Antam there.
I've been away from the Lords of Fortune for a while. It'll be good to see Isabella and Rowan again.
Let's hope the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in the right part of Ravane. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Oh, I guess that's the answer. I am very uneager to do this quest, though. I have heard the stories, and I'm kind of not into it. Ooh, enchantment.
Enchantment?
Yeah, I understand how connecting... Yeah, totally get that.
Enchantment!
Enchantment, though? Enchantment! Is it just damage resistance? It's just some very basic things to add. Okay. Not my favorite things. Doing that, though. And it does look like it's free. So there's no reason not to enchant things. Sure, that'll be okay. More stagger, please. Let's do more weapon damage. Why not? Barrier damage. Actually, arm. Yeah, barrier damage, because it does recharge. Then we can go with this new Thamratage. I think that fits. You'll have to look that up. Ultimate damage, so I have to think less. Necrotic resistance and also this pittance. We've already had electricity, so we probably won't have to see that for a while. Now let's go and talk to someone whom with I never smile.
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Hello.
Good evening.
Greetings.
So, we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Veilguard. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
Medium dark? Come on. bad. Let's be serious.
Very.
I see.
That's not very
Lara's
good.
correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, a Fade expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him. Where can I find him?
The Professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately, they grow restless.
Where the dead. I will find some bone armor and put it on for you. So Tash probably goes in here, and Professor probably goes in here. Well, we're gonna have to go on a walk first. That's just the natural way of things. Return to Arlethan via the crossroads or fast travel. Okay. We'll do that. Ooh, Navarra and the Necropolis halls. The team enters the mysterious Grand Necropolis to recruit Fate expert Emmerich Volkaren. Volkaren. Don't I not have to get there through the crossroads? It says I can travel there. Travel to the Ravane Coast via the crossroads or fast travel. Oh, so I can just go here. It's not going to force me to unlock that anymore. Interesting. Well. We're going to go to Arlethan.
Farewell for now.